The closer we get, the more I think you're going to see Buchner start this game. I mean, that is all the smoke out of Tuscaloosa right now.
Yeah, I feel good about saying Buchner. Buchner will start this game.
I mean, that is all the smoke out of Tuscaloosa. I am not reporting that he is. I don't think you are either, Lance, are you?
I'm not reporting it.
I'm just saying I feel that way.
Yeah, I would have been surprised if Buchner would have started on Monday. Now I'm going to be surprised if Buchner doesn't start.
Yeah, you've completely turned it around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's all the smoke out of Tuscaloosa over the last couple of days is that Tyler Buchner starts this game for Alabama.
And guess what, Dunaway? It doesn't matter. You know, we talked about this last night. I don't know what your opinion is.
Forward.
Yeah, I mean, if Buchner comes in, he plays okay, Milroe plays okay, then who's your quarterback against Ole Miss? I don't know what you've solved.
He's got to come in and play better, and then you've solved a lot, right?
If you're evaluating Buchner with it in mind, can this guy start for me the rest of the season? If that's what you really want to see, does this guy have it in him to start against legitimate SEC teams that we're about to play if you're Alabama? If you're Alabama, you're about to play 4 straight conference games after this. And if you really want to evaluate that, I don't know that you could do it without starting him. I don't know that you can give him a good, fair look and evaluation without starting him and letting him play. I agree with you, Lance. It doesn't matter. They could start Lonergan and they're going to win the game. But at least start him when the score is 0-0, and the game is as much in doubt as it's ever going to be.
Yeah, I expect Buchner to start. I expect him to play well. Again, you're a 32.5-point favorite. This is the first time, I think, since Nick Saban's first year that I can say this. Alabama has 7 straight losable games after this game.
Wow.
They have 7 straight losable games. Now, they've got 7 straight winnable games,
Well,
7 straight games they should win, but Ole Miss, that's a losable game, right?
Any game in the SEC is losable,
Yeah, I mean, and then you go to Starkville, then you go to College Station, you got Arkansas, Tennessee, LSU, at Kentucky. It gets real. You got to figure out who that guy is.
And I just don't think you can properly Dunaway evaluate that without starting him. I don't know how you evaluate, can this guy start for us in conference play without giving him a start?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of evaluation obviously goes on in practice, right? When the coaches are out there and you got ones-on-ones and you're evaluating against the Alabama defense. There's a lot you can do there.
Yeah, but nothing compares to game action.
And you guys are saying you think this, but you keep saying you're not reporting this, so you feel like Buchner's going to start.
Well, I'm just saying that so nobody's like the next round reporting Buchner start. We're not reporting that. I'm just saying it is.
But I see people in the chat room saying that they would bet anything that Buchner doesn't start. I, on the other hand, would bet a lot that Buchner will start.
Oh, you feel that strongly about it. You know, the problem with that is he could wake up with a stomach virus. That's why you would never bet on something like that.
I would bet on it. If you woke up with a stomach virus, I've lost worse ways.
But, I mean...
You blame it on me.
Would I? Well, do you think Buchner's going to start?
Yeah, you've been silent on this one. Where do you fall?
Well, I have no sourcing.
Oh, I know. We're just asking for a gut.
So you and Saban didn't go out for cocktails after the...
We did not. We did not.
And you didn't ask him in a break who's starting.
I did not. Not on the record for sure. I did not. I have no opinion on who's starting this. I know. I don't think what was played at quarterback last week works through that 7-game stretch you're talking about. So I would say I'm open for a change, but I think it would be out of character to see Jalen Milroe start. But I expect to see multiple quarterbacks in this game. But I don't have the sourcing you guys have.
What do you guys think that Alabama fans want? That's what's interesting. Like, I can't get a straight answer out of an Alabama fan.
I think they want to see Buchner or Simpson or somebody, just to see them.
I also would tell you I lived through a time when Alabama fans wanted Mike Dubose to replace Gene Stallings, and so much so they were forcing Gene Stallings out of town. And I also lived through a time where an athletic director wanted to switch soda pours, and he did that at Bryant-Denny Stadium. That wasn't successful. So what people want is always not the best thing.
Yeah, I think if Phil Fulmer would have hung out a little longer in Knoxville, things would have been better, right?
Well, I think
they got into a bad spin cycle, as did Florida for a little bit.
Well, I think a lot of Alabama fans wanted to see Tua Tagovailoa, and they were right about that one. So you can't act like the fans are always wrong.
I'm not saying they're always wrong, but there seem to be. I would tell you the public seems to be wrong more than they're right.
They are, but if Lonergan was starting tomorrow, I would be all in on watching this game.
Oh, I would too.
And the truth of the matter is, I don't know why the guy's not playing if he's your best quarterback, because Dante Moore, watch UCLA play, and you'll probably watch them next weekend when they play Utah to be undefeated. But Dante Moore is a true freshman, is legitimate. And these guys are ready to play now.
And a lot of people are like, boy, you run the risk of crushing Jalen Milroe, and he loses his confidence if you don't start him, and that's the gamble there. But I would say to that, if he doesn't start Saturday and that's his reaction, it was going to happen. One bad outing was going to cause that, right? You see what I'm saying?
I mean,
that was going to be a problem down the road anyway. You're just now getting to the problem earlier.
Yeah, I've never understood the quarterback mentality that he cannot be substituted for or switched out. It happens at every other position.
That's right. And
like if we take out the center because he can't snap it to the damn quarterback, is that hurting his confidence? Maybe, but maybe he's not snapping it to the quarterback. Maybe he's rolling it back there because he doesn't have the right confidence to play the position.
And hey, by the way, that was part of, not wholly blaming the center, but that was part of the struggles Milroe had Saturday night.
Yeah.
So it's not all on Milroe, but I'm just saying if your concern is, well, boy, if you start Tyler Buchner, Jalen Milroe is going to lose all his confidence. He's going to get in a bad place. He may, I'm fearful of that. Hey, listen, if one game of him not starting was going to get him there, he was going to get there at some point this season anyway. You've just exposed it. I personally don't think that about Milroe. He doesn't strike me as that type.
Well, if losing a home game to Texas on national television on the biggest, that probably hurts your confidence a little bit too. Right.
Yeah.
But I would tell you this. You said Lonergan is the best quarterback. Why are you not playing him?
No, I'm saying if he is, why would you not play?
Well, you would. If he's the best quarterback, you would play him.
But you didn't play Tua.
Yeah, I think sometimes Nick Saban he's loyal to his guys. He is loyal to his guys.
But you didn't see Lonergan at all, right?
Yeah, no, I have no idea. This is just what people behind the scenes are saying.